Welcome back everyone to Punny Plays the Champion, and today we are here in the Hall of Fire to speak with Bilbo Baggins.
Hello there. May I speak with you a moment?
Yes, perhaps you wouldn't mind helping an old hobbit. You see, I have been writing a book about my travels with Thorn and Company, off to deal with Smaug and get Thorn's gold back, and I am afraid that I have gotten confused on some details. My memory isn't what it used to be, and I am unsure of the directions of some of the places we visited. Perhaps you could help me. All you needed to do is find the Black Door of Goblin Town. If you find the place, I have remembered them aright. High in the mountains along a stretch called the High Pass, we traveled and at night found a dry place in a cave in midway up the mountain. You should find the entrance there. If not, well, try to find the correct directions for me if you'll be so kind. Alright, so I need to find the hidden entrance into Goblin Town. But now we need to speak with Gandalf. I should note that I'm still not quite sure if I'm actually going to go into Goblin Town or what. When I hit level 45, which is the point where you go into Goblin Town, I'm going to go and start my class quest. And I'm going to use the class quest to dictate which zones I will be in when I'm at 45 through a couple of levels above that. I think that would be nice and fitting. But it looks like we found Gandalf, and let's see what he has to say about dealing with goblin fire.
Why do you disturb me?
What is this? An elf named Nogmadir sent you for me? Ah, now I recall him. Bright fellow, though a bit impetuous. He wants my fire draft, does he? Whatever for? To deal with goblin pots. An entire camp of them? I see. I do happen to have a vial left. Where was that? Oh, here it is. Yes. Now be careful with that. No more than a few drops, mind you, and keep it away from the lamp oil, or you will soon find yourself lacking your eyebrows, if you're fortunate, that is. Alright, let's go to the elf and bring him the draft. We have made it back here with the draft, and here it is.
Greetings to you.
You were successful? Yes, that is the draft Mithrandir mentioned. It does not look like much, does it? I will speak with Iwind on how we might best employ this, and then we shall see. Alright. Well, what's your recommendation there?
Come and stay a moment.
By Durin's beard! This will be a fine day indeed. This draft of Gandalf's is precisely what we need to make a shambles of the goblin firepot camps. I went down to take a quick peek at the encampment while you were off in Rivendell, and I found what we're after. The big thing in the lower slope with the scaffold and the huge burning cauldron on it, that is the heart of their production, and that is where we strike. They've got stored materials for their firepots all over the camp. All we have to do is slip Gandalf's draft into the cauldron and give it a tip, and the mixture should do the rest of our work. Ha! You mark my words. Alrighty. It is time to head back to that goblin camp and draft a little fire. Speaking of drafts, it seems to be rather drafty up here. I think this is what he's talking about, so let us get up here. Up, up, and away. I have found the burning cauldron. Good. Alright, let's put this in here. And whoops. Alright. Hopefully that did it. Hey, no! Who are you? What are you doing up? Oops. Yeah. I think that did some work. Alright, I'll go and deliver a report. I don't think the goblins were happy with what I did.
What do you need?
Ha ha! Well done! 'Tis a fine thing indeed to watch an enemy's schemes blow up in their faces. Is it not? Yes, would that we were to blow the entire goblin town high in the sky, but I fear that I'll not be nearly as neat a conclusion as the last time the when at last that dark place falls. Alright, what do I get for it? Tyrann. Actually, that seems to be a pretty decent ring there. Yeah, we'll double check there, and there's the sword, 30. Oh my good. Well, oh, that's a great sword. I was wondering. Well, okay, I was wondering why it was so much more powerful than my current sword. All right, I guess I'll just take Tyrann. And that finishes up that area. Now they're sending me to Goblin Town, but where I really need to go, is to that other dwarf place. I suppose they figured you would have picked up some quests while you're going around getting ready for the fire. But let's head over there and see what they have for us. Hello there. You said you had some additional errands for me after I finished dealing with that goblin fire pot? Or those wargs, I guess, really. Yeah, I forgot which quest I gave to him for. Hello there.
Will you hear my troubled tale?
Forgive my lack of manners, but I have been in better sorts. You try playing host to a sorry lot of adventurers that barge into your quiet home up in 3 remote heights, while you have Guarda and arrow stuck in your leg. Ah, well, I'm not much one for company, but as you see, I have fallen into a hard time, so if you're willing to lend a hand, I suppose I will oblige. What I want you to do is to kill some Guaradan, Windmasters, and Wolfborn. Yippity-doo-dah. What is this blasted code? Is there a draft? Oh, wait a minute. Spelled draft with an F? Either they just had an Americanized spelling in there, or the English spell draft differently depending on whether it's a wind or a something to drink. It's an interesting question. So what's the next item?
Might you lend an ear to a dwarf in need?
It seems the wolfmen have gotten the best of me after all. My body feels cold as a stone, and this roaring fire is no help at all. Their shamans have laid a curse on me, or an arrow was dabbed with some kind of poison. I know not which. I have no healing lore beyond the setting of bones and the binding of cuts, nor are my wits about me. I hope that if it is a poison or curse, you might be able to find something among the Garadan camps to cure it. Oh, please, I beg you to help me. Alright, so I need to search some baskets? Yeah, he's not in good shape. Hello? Oh. He fell asleep.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Yeah. I beseech you, Pinecut. I do not think that Master Thorngest has much longer to live, unless we can find some way to cure his illness. With his brother gone, I do not wish to bear sole witness to the end of his line in this harsh and lonely wilderness. Before he fell into his delirium, Thorgerd spoke of a wolfman who felled him. It seems that there was some shaman chief among them that was likely to be the culprit of his downfall. So I need to discover if Jacques the Guardaran carries the antidote. Alright, I suppose so. Oh! You're awake?
Might you lend an ear to a dwarf in need?
Thank you for your help, Pinecut. I will recover in time from these wounds, but nothing can help my brother, Thorkel. When last I saw him, he was trapped in the jaws of a great worm. I can only hope his end was swift. The worms will have left naught to bury, but they do not eat dwarf steel. If you dare venture into the caves where to retrieve the remains of my brother's belongings, I shall reward you. Okay, so I need to find his axe and his helm. Now I think we only have time for that, so we'll gather those two and come back. I've come to the conclusion that spelling a draft was just a typo. But we will take care of this worm, who seems to have a quest for us. I think he has a quest for us. Kill him! So he can have a quest for us. Alright. Yeah, collect scales from fisher worms. Alright, I guess we could do that. Business before vengeance. But we could have plenty of those as we try to get our vengeance. Or at least find the proper pieces of armor that have been requested. Here we go. Hello, fisher worm. There we go. What do you think about that? Not much, probably. But this place is cold. Maybe I should find something to wear beneath the armor. Alright, that is one down, 11 more to go. Let us first start by going into the cave, which we are approaching, and we're also approaching a few more worms. Now, 44. Now, these are our level 44 quests. Oh, that's right, because I established that before, didn't I? We will. That's 2 scales. And now we are heading into the cave. Apparently it's also a wolf here. Ooh. Let's just take care of the wolf. And once the wolf is done, we can head inside and take care of the worms. Due to the shape of this cave, it took me some time before I realized that this was a cave, especially since the entrance area has a few holes in it. But you see, they're called the fisher worm. Let's take care of these. Take care of the worms and find those pieces of armor. Yeah, oh! Okay, you... How many noises can you make while you're fighting? And... Oh no, that's the one I just killed. I was wondering, oh, there's one next to me? No, it just takes it a while to... Oh, a worm by the tail. Enter the caves. Alright. I entered the caves. Defeat fearsome worm inside the caves. Okay, there's a fearsome worm in here. Is that the fearsome worm? No, it's just a regular worm. We'll just stun him. That's how we take care of him. And I think I better have something to eat before I go in any further. That way, we'll be ready for the next fight. Alright, that's, I think, good enough for the moment. By the time I reach him, I should be close to full. And there we go. And then find this big, fearsome worm. Not a fearsome worm, it is the fearsome worm. So apparently there's only one of them that's really fearsome. Hey, are you fearsome? Oh, you have some fear. Well, that's because there's a guy smashing your face. That's why you have some fear. I think I found something. I found a skeleton. Yes, definitely a skeleton. Rather intact one, considering that it's probably been eaten by worms. And its flesh rended apart. I mean, that is an amazingly intact skeleton. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, that is the helm, so we still have to find the axe. The axe seems to be down here. Axe and you shall receive. And I might even get some more scales here. Alright, where is that? Ah, here we go. Where is that fearsome? That's a burning. The description, burning fisher worm, just doesn't. Oh. That way! Don't look for the wrong one. If you do, you get in trouble. Yeah, that's the problem with when you set your quest focus. You think, okay, now what's the next nearest one? No, it's still pointing to the one you told it to focus on. It does what you want even when you no longer really want it. How does it know that you don't want it anymore? Alright, that's it for that. So all that's left is the fearsome worm. Ooh, that looks fearsome. So let's go after it. After we finish this guy off. Just go down. Okay. Ruinuan. Yeah, that sounds like a fearsome name. And is that one of those level 100 crates? Yeah, I don't reach the minimum level for that. Hello, pop, quack, quack, quack. Yeah, you. Okay, I'll agree. You're fearsome. A lot more fearsome than these other guys. And you like to burn things to a crisp. Yeah, a little bit of that would also help. Ouch! Okay, you're fearsome. Now you're dead. Yeah, okay, actually. Yeah, level 90. So, therefore, let's head back to the dwarves and turn in these quests. I haven't had a chance to reach the wolfman yet, but I did find the helmet and axe for your brother.
Woe betide me.
Is this all that remains of him? Would that he had fallen in his stead. But nay, I speak as a fool in my mourning. It seems that I have much to do, Pinecut, and wallowing in my grief, while the merciless wind wears me down these mountains, will not get it done. Well, okay. I also found some scales.
It is hopeless.
Excellent! That should be enough scales to satisfy my clients in Rivendell. Good. That's enough experience to satisfy my desire to get to level 44. And finally, I also killed a great nasty worm that seems to have ruled the area.
I am beset by mystery.
So it is done at last, and my brother's memory is avenged. Thank you. It will be far easier to go on the business, knowing that my debt to Thorkel no longer weighs so heavily upon my chest. Ooh, what to do now, though? These mountains have grown ever more dangerous in the past few years. and Oswald is not the adventurous sort to join me in the hunt. Perhaps I'll need to find a new partner, or give up the hunt at last. I have no patience for the comforts of civilization anymore. I think I will stay here and take my chances with the worm and wolfmen. Alright, I'll see if I can find that cure for you so that you can survive and do that. But first, let's see, anything here that's useful? A dagger that does 36 damage last night. Ooh. I think I've got a new primary weapon. Yeah, that's what I'll take. And that's it for today's episode. When we return next time, I am going to go and knock some wolf heads. The next episode of Piney Plays The Champion.